blocker.
And that one falls for Johnson.
You know, when you get an influx of talent through the draft like the Rockets did prior to last season, the initial reaction is excitement, but then you think about, man, how are we going to get these guys ready to play NBA basketball? And the Rockets did a nice job by taking it easy and bringing them along slowly.
Omer Asha, he's checked in for Butler. He's perfect from the line this time. And for the Rockets, you look at how that strategy worked out for them, and it was exactly what they needed. Got off to a quick start last year, and Steve, toward the end, their rookies were fresh and able to contribute when it mattered most.
You know, Kevin, it's hard for fans to see a player get drafted and not immediately see the floor, but a lot of times that's the best route. You know, you give a player time to adjust, you make him earn it, and by the end of the season, he can be a very effective player. I think plenty of the Rockets players proved that last season.
Here's Neely. And there's the pass to Franklin. Lets the three fly. Here's Hushit. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
No good on that one. And the Rockets making a change here. And he sinks the second.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
From deep, Green, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half ends in a close one. Rockets ahead. They lead by 4. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to tonight's halftime report, live from the 2K Sports Studios. The Houston Rockets in front against New Orleans. Their work on the offensive boards, a big factor. Great effort out there. And giving it their all, the New Orleans Pelicans. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. Vasquez giving them a great boost. Al-Farouq Aminu also been a big factor. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You have to like what we're seeing from Vasquez.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just the little things that make all the difference. He's been terrific in so many areas out there.
You know, the numbers don't necessarily jump out at you, but he's really making his presence felt out there with everything he's doing.
Pelicans trailed by 4.
As long as New Orleans has been in the Southwest Division, guys, it's never been easy for them. They won the division back in 2008, but every other year before or since, they haven't been able to finish better than 3rd.
They get the rebound. Lopez. Oh, and the whistle is blown in the play as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Wasn't sure we were going to see a call there, but the officials saw the contact and 2 free throws. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
That's good from Lopez. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Harden can't hit. And going on about the Pelicans' history in the Southwest, finished in last place, Steve, a season ago, and that's the third time in 4 years that's been the case.
It's tough to be a young team in probably the best division in the NBA. I mean, you look at who they have to go against, the Spurs and Dallas and Houston, Memphis. I mean, there's never a night off. And the Pelicans, boy, they've got a long way to go to get out of the cellar in this division.
Harden gets a screen from Ushik. Pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Green. Here's the three. Can't hit. The Pelicans trail. Dishes to Aminu. Back to Love. Outside Gordon for the lead. Rebound Thomas Robinson. Robinson's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Injury has always been the big concern when you talk about Eric Gordon, but if you're a team, you have to roll the dice on him just because he's such an explosive scorer when he's healthy.
Snatched up. And Asha kicks to Green. Harden outside. Robinson a screen on Love. And here's Harden for three. Another miss by Harden. Well, going back there at Gordon Clark, you said roll the dice, and roll the dice the Pelicans did, matching the Suns' max offer, Steve, to get him.
Well, you know, he's had a history of injuries, and so it made the decision from New Orleans a little more difficult. And if you're Phoenix, you look back on it now and you think, well, maybe it's a good thing New Orleans matched, because Gordon missed most of last season in New Orleans. Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
32 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Green. And that one goes long.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
The drive by Love. There's Gordon. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Feeds to Green. Shot to end this cold run. That is good. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. He gets it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And the Rockets with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Gordon against Harden. Robinson. Back to Harden. He feeds it to Beverly. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his third rebound tonight. The drive by Gordon. Rockets with the rebound. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Beverly dishes to Harden. Lopez with the steal. And here's Love. Outside Gordon. Love with the screen for Gordon. Kicks it to Aminu. Lopez outside. The feed to Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Jeff Green picks one up.
2 shots.
You got these, no problem.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the Rockets making a change here. Ashik's checked in. He's able to hit the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, that was a huge miss there, guys. He had the opportunity to turn this into a one-possession game.
Al Harden. There's the dish to Beverly. Back to Harden. From downtown. Good. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Gordon. From deep. It's rebounded by Beverly.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Passes it to Harden. Harden gets a screen from Robinson. Harden kicks to Green. He dishes it to Robinson. Houston moving it around. And stolen by Love.
It's going to take something special, maybe a miracle for them to come back right now.
How about a little luck?
That's good. Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Robinson kicks to Harden. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here is Love. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He passes to Gordon. Back to Love. The pass to Aminu. Just 4 to shoot. Shot from the wing. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Omer Ashik with the rebound. Harden with it. So we see the Rockets get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, James Harden.
Hoops Fest coming up next. It'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's it for now. Let's send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. Enjoy the first half. We'll see you soon.
Always a special moment in the pregame ceremonies. The playing of the national anthem as the teams gear up for the tip. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and the sharpshooter Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. Okay, first for the Bulls. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11 tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Anthony, and it's Davis in at the fourth. And for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. And they've got LaMarcus Aldridge, the former number 2 pick out of Texas, standing tall in the middle at 6'11. And it's LeBron James, and it's White in at the power forward.
You know, in one of the more compelling postseason stories, the question about when the Bulls would bring Derrick Rose back just continued to hover around the playoffs. Ultimately, just never happened.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Irving kicks to Wade. He dishes it to LeBron. Back to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving for 3, and that one's good. Irving's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, back to the Bulls, and even without Rose, I think the team made a big statement, Steve, with how they played in the postseason. They showed that they weren't just a one-man show with Rose running things and have a solid core and system that will always compete.
Well, it's the second straight year that the Bulls have essentially been without Rose in their playoff run due to injury. And so I think Chicago fans are kind of wondering what exactly the roof is for this team, the ceiling, if you will. Let's hope that Rose stays healthy this year, so we'll find out.
And here's Rose outside. They grabbed their own miss and finished off by Noah.
I think the best quality for Noah is the energy that he brings to the game, Kevin. He's got long arms, he can rebound, he can handle the ball, he can make plays, but really it's just the impact he has with his effort and his energy that's most impressive.
But he's so unselfish. I love that about him, and he's a real demon on the backboards, an outstanding offensive rebounder. He's a good passer, too. If he sees an open teammate, he won't hesitate to move the rock, and he's accurate with his passes, too. You know, with all of the improvements in medicine and also the advances in rehabilitation after torn ACL surgeries, we've seen a number of players come back to be as good as they were before the injury. Derrick Rose's fans had to be feeling good about what level he would return at when he came back.
The free throw drops for Rose. Well, back to the ACL repair for Rose. Clark, great to see modern medicine extend players' careers and help them return from those tough injuries. Steve, it's been terrific watching these players come back. I really didn't see Rose last year, certainly. I expect this year he'll be terrific.
Well, it's so great to see Derrick Rose back on the court after missing last season. One of the most explosive, entertaining players in the NBA. A great guy, terrific team leader. The NBA needs Derrick Rose, so fun to have him back.
Now the Bulls with it. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
He communicated to his players that when taking on Chicago, they have to be as physical as possible to match the intensity the Bulls bring. He said they have no problem banging bodies inside, and we shouldn't be afraid to respond. We can't be intimidated by them, and I want us to go right at them. Sounds like we'll have a physical game on our hands, guys.
All right, Doris. First free throw is good.
You know, the Cavs have been very mindful of remaining flexible in terms of the salary cap. And when you do this, you set yourself up to perhaps make a big splash in free agency at some point, and you know what's coming. They might have a chance to re-sign LeBron in 2014 with how their books look.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Aldridge. Smith comes in for Royce White. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And that had been the rumor for a while. The Cavaliers looking to maybe mend some bridges and bring LeBron back into the mix when he hits free agency next year. Their books are certainly in order for it, Steve, and it might happen.
Hey, you never know. I mean, nobody expected LeBron to leave in the first place, so why not give yourself an opportunity? You are in his backyard in terms of LeBron's hometown, so I like what the Cavs have done. They've added young talent, but they've maintained flexibility just in case.
Here's Butler. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Butler kicks to Rose. The dish to Davis. Rose sets the screen for Davis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Davis has got his first 2 points of the night. Irving against Rose. Outside Irving. Left side, Irving. 5 on the clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Take it, Irving. You can hit these.
And he makes the first. The Bulls making a switch here. Both free throws good for Irving.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Here's Rose. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bulls lead by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far.
I tell you what, the Cavs can certainly attest to how strong the Central Division was last year. It was a big problem for the Cavs finding wins against the rest of their division mates, and they ended up last in the Central Division standing.
The Bulls leading by 3. And for the Cavs, nobody expected them to win the Central by any means. But, Steve, their fans were hoping they could avoid another finish at the bottom of the heap and a division record of 3-13.
Well, that's 3 straight finishes at the bottom of the Central Division for them. But look, this is a tough group of teams with Indiana and Chicago, of course, at the top. But, you know, Cleveland is a young team. They're going up against some veteran squads. They should be better as this season goes on and as their young players continue to improve.
No good on that one.
I think when you look at Derrick Rose, fellas, the most intimidating thing about him is his elite speed. But you also have to consider his size. He's well put together, about 6'3", maybe just a shade over 200 pounds. He is a handful when he's coming at you fast with that strong body and explosiveness.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And Clark, you mentioned the size of Derrick Rose. 6'3", not just a speedster, but the combination of quickness and power. I've always thought that, Steve. He goes in there, and he would be a very tough guy to try to stop when he's got a full head of steam.
No question.
Wow.
He's coming at you with that burst and the strength. That's why he's so overpowering as a point guard.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Guys, it's hard to doubt that LeBron James, after 2 straight titles and 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, seems to be at the top of his game. LeBron candidly said, quote, "I'm at my highest peak. I don't know if I can continue to improve." But he certainly remains motivated, saying, quote, "At the end of the day, I have a goal to be the best of all time, and I'm going to put that pressure on myself." And Kevin, if he can just stay at this level for a long period of time, he may get there.
I like his chances. Thanks. Irving from long range. Here's Smith. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. The Bulls making a switch here. McGee's checked in. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Now, here is Fredette, defended by Butler. Irving misses.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category, protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Now, here is Fredette. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
And the Bulls making a change here. .03 left here in the second. And Patterson kicks to Rose. Now the feed to McGee. Clock at 6. Pass to Patterson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
He has great dexterity inside. Can contort his body, shift in midair, hang time. He can protect the ball and finish through contact. Just an impressive player in the paint.
And, Steve, that's not a skill that most players have. I mean, that's exactly why they try to feed it to him in the paint whenever possible.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh, my gosh, I just got that.
And Patterson drops them both.
Oh, my gosh, I just got that.
50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. 46 seconds left in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Derrick Rose. .43 seconds left in the first half. Butler with the ball. He feeds it to Patterson. He kicks it to McGee. Back to Patterson. Just 5 on the clock. The shot is off. Smith with the defensive effort. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Fredette dishes to land. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
And stolen by Patterson. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Good D by LeBron. And we finished one half of basketball. Bulls out front, up by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Damon Bruce here with you for the halftime show. The Bulls are on a tear right now. Their offense has been prolific, moving the ball, getting tons of shots, different looks, options everywhere, around the rim, downtown, mid-range. How do you want it? And still hanging in there, the Cleveland Cavaliers. A gritty, hard-nosed effort. They're hungry for the win. They're making their own luck. Kyrie Irving certainly contributing with his play. And, of course, Josh Smith is also making his presence felt. Thanks for joining us. We'll get you back now to Quicken Loans Arena.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Bulls had won the Central each of the last 2 seasons, but were unable to make it 3 in a row as the Pacers grabbed the Central Division title last season. Still, considering the injuries, the Bulls had a good run.
The Bulls leading by 10. And back to the Bulls. They went 9-7 in division last year, Steve, and kept pace with the Pacers for a while for the title, but never could really close the gap.
Seems like the Bulls are always in the mix for the Central Division title. I mean, since the realignment in 2004, the Bulls have never finished in the bottom of this division, and more often than not, they're in one of the top 2 spots.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, gentlemen, there has been a lot of pressure on this Bulls team to get to the finals. Derrick Rose thinks that they are set up to win multiple championships. He says, quote, "To me, to win a championship, you need a team full of winners that's willing to sacrifice. We got all the pieces, starting with the front office, our owners, the coaching staff, down to the players." That kind of quote puts more pressure on the team, but they are set to make a deep run, guys.
Defense really their identity. That's how they win. Now, here's LeBron following the miss by Derrick Rose. LeBron with it. Picked up by Davis. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
That free throw good from Wade. Here's Butler. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
All right, I want everyone here in the rock and roll city's attention. It looks like we got Moondog coming up the court. Give it up, man! What do you think, man? You real pumped up now?
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Noah, and the shot is long. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
Here's Anthony, following the basket by LeBron James. And it's Rose penetrating the baseline jam. Drained for 2 points. Rose has got 9.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Aldridge with a screen on Rose. Here's Irving. Off the left rim and out.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Now here's Butler. Feeds to Rose. Davis setting the pick for Rose. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bulls making a switch here. Passes to McClaw, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. That's on Dwayne Wade. Bulls have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That one is off. Bulls making a switch here. And the second free throw, good.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Irving kicks to White. Passes to Smith. That is good. Smith's got his first basket of the night. Bulls have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Outside Anthony. Bulls moving the ball around. Rose. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Three trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Well, he was somebody you didn't want to put at the line a year ago. He made 85% of his attempts.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving dishes to Lamb. From about 19 feet, Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint and getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Now Irving. Dishes to LeBron. He passes it to Aldridge. Into Smith. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Now here's Rose. Tipped. And it's Smith penetrating. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Back to Rose. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And Davis can't get it to go. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. LeBron kicks to Irving. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Yeah, they really can. I mean, they can't allow him to beat them to so many of those offensive rebounds. That'll kill you.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Tom Thibodeau had some words for his team in that last huddle. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
And thank you for that, Doris. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Rose passes to Carmelo. Back to Rose. It's Davis on the wing. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. Rose double teamed. Butler trying his luck deep. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Irving against Rose. The shot's good from Irving.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Now here's Butler. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Shooting for Chicago, Anthony Davis. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will push the lead to double digits. And both free throws good for Davis.
Oh my God, I just got that.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Irving with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. Aldridge dishes to Wade. Pass to Irving. Irving double team. 5 to shoot. And White kicks to LeBron. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Butler attacking. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rose passes to Noah. And again, no good by Chicago. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Wade dishes to LeBron. Irving kicks to LeBron. This one for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Outside Butler. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
The NBA. Wednesday in the NBA. It'll be the Phoenix Suns facing off against the Los Angeles Clippers. And things are just about ready to get going. Let's head out now to Kevin, Clark, and Steve, who will be making the call out in Los Angeles.
And a thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr will provide the analysis. A quick check down at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Suns. And for the Clippers, Collison is out there with Anderson. And inside at center, a long 6'11", the sky-sweeping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. And it's Griffin in at the 4.
Well, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
So the Clippers win the tip. Collison kicks to Anderson. Griffin dishes to Collison. Feeds it to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot from deep three-point range. No good. Here's Carl. Kicks to Felton. He feeds it to Henry. Back to Felton. Suns moving the ball around. Nance outside. Passes it to Felton. And a draw from three-point range. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First one falls for him.
For so long, the Clippers were on the bottom rung of the ladder in the West, almost were a joke in the conference, but their fortunes have changed dramatically in the past few years, and now they're a team that's respected and feared.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, Clark, you said the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years, and you're right. They have done it with, Steve, style, to say the least. They've got now also a very deep team.
Well, a 35-17 record against the West was enough to secure them their division and advantage in the first round. You have to remember, too, that they were without some of their big stars last season. So if they can stay healthy and really take advantage of what they have, this could be a lot of fun.
Now here's Collison. Lets it go from deep. Powell, that's good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Jacks up a 3. Phoenix, no good that time either. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Yes, Kevin, and he said their preparation for this game was all about defense. Going up against one of the premier offensive teams in the NBA, he said, listen, it's a challenge that we need to embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on this high-scoring team. It's never easy.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it seems they have planned wisely for a matchup like this against a team that scores so proficiently.
Well, you can't just ignore the firepower they've got. I mean, you got to plan for it. Map out a strategy, get guys shots, and see if you can get your team some momentum.
Well, if you don't do that, Steve, then you'll get burned. I mean, sounds like they're prepared for the challenge, though.
And the Suns making a change here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
When you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems. And for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc. And that's just not a winning number.
Offensive rebound. McCarty. There's the block. Evans outside. Steps back and fires. Phoenix grabs the miss. As you said, Clark, with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially in closing out on shooters beyond the arc.
Well, the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
Deep two from Anderson. And that does it for the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And Phoenix has possession. 7-point differential. He dishes it to Murphy. He passes to Arnold. Fires the three. That's good.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Anderson. The pass to Braxton. Backing him down. Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Anderson. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Suns trail by 4.
Yeah, guys, did you know that Clippers winning the Pacific Division last year was the first time it's ever happened? Yeah, you heard it right.
Good point, Clark.
That's the first time the Clippers have ever won the Pacific Division.
The shot's good from Arnold.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And what a time to be a Clipper fan these days, guys, with the way they've climbed to the very top of the Pacific Division. And, Steve, they've done it by beating up on the rest of the teams in that Pacific.
Well, Golden State gave them some trouble, Kevin, but otherwise they really rolled against the rest of the Pacific Division. And I'll tell you, it became clear within a few months last season that the Clips were going to run away with the Pacific, and what a long time coming for Clipper fans.
.153 left in the second quarter. The feed now to Anderson. 6 to shoot. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see. Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team, Steve, the entire season. That's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable, and it actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Last season, Blake Griffin significantly improved his shooting out to about 15 feet. Working on that shot had been a huge focus for him. He said, quote, "My posture is a lot better, going straight up and down. Every game, guys will come up and be like, 'Shoot it. We see you working on it every day. Shoot it.' Guys," he said, "that gives him confidence, knowing his teammates trust him to make the shot."
He keeps adding layers to his game. Thank you, Doris. And here are the Clippers now after the missed three from Arnold. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. That was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice.
That free throw missing. Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave L.A. a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
And he's good on the second.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Suns keep it alive. The dish to Dragic. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Feeds it to Henry. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Clippers leading by 3. Anderson outside. They set the pick. Here's Powell. Misses the 3. Arnold defended by Anderson. Passes it to Arnold. For the 3, gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far. Puts up a prayer. The shot is off. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Wednesday night. We're almost over the hump. This is the 2K Sports Halftime. It's been the Clippers scraping it out. They've been drawing fouls, making their free throws count. That's always a key to success. On the other side, the Suns also putting up numbers. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. Goran Dragic certainly playing well so far. Nothing comes easy. He's done the hard work, and they could pull it out once they get to the second half. And that'll be all for this episode. It's in the books, and I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Have to like what we're seeing so far from Arnold.
He is a dynamic scorer, guys. That much we know. And I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
Here's Felton. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
You know, you go through the regular season, guys, and set all sorts of records for your franchise and wins and winning streaks and all that. You win your division for the first time ever, your first 50-win season, and what do you get for it? Bounced in the first round of the playoffs. It's still progress, though, and I think the Clippers will use that for motivation this season.
Here's Collison. The Suns getting the bucket. Off the pick. That's good.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Collison against Felton. Felton off the pick from Henry. Here's Carl. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And the Suns lead by 2. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. As Steve, they dropped 4 consecutive games And just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit too. They're limited offensively on the front line and maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason. And they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey guys, well for Doc Rivers, the former Boston Celtics head coach and now new Los Angeles Clippers head coach, and certainly a tough emotional choice for Rivers to move on. His quote saying, "I always knew when I took the job with Boston that I would love the Celtics. I knew I would love the tradition and the players, but I had no idea how much I would fall in love with the city and the people in it. Honestly, I get emotional thinking about it. I will cherish every single moment I had in Boston." And guys, hopefully that love returned by the Beantown faithful.
Well, Doris, that fan passion can cut both ways. Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. And so he makes both from the line. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. Making a change here. Collison kicks to Anderson. Griffin. Dishes to Powell. The steal. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Evans, he's checked in for the Clippers. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Back to Nance. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Nance. And the Suns making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Collison, the pass to Jordan. Evans. Pass to Griffin. Working on Nance. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And the Clippers making a switch here.
Well, everybody knows around the league that if you get in Blake Griffin's way when he has a head of steam going, you're going to end up on his poster at some point. So since coming into the league, I think he's become as intimidating a player as we've seen.
I agree. It's just not posterizing people either, Steve, although he does a bunch of that. When he gets a steal and has a free lane to the basket on a breakaway, there's a good chance the crowd's going to see a mini dunk contest from Blake.
Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. He has 6.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Evans dishes to Powell. Outside Griffin. Picked his pocket. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Nance. Kicks it to Felton. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And it's a 7-point Suns lead.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Back to Griffin. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached the end of the third. Suns lead by 7. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And then look at the points in the paint, because they're really winning that battle tonight.
Clippers trail by 7. Collison with it. Knocks down the 10-footer. Collison's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Here's Carl. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
It's amazing to think they actually have the lead here, Clark, given how poorly they played in the first half. They really didn't shoot well, but you know what? They're starting to stick it out. They're finding their way in this game.
So it's the Clippers now. The Suns getting the bucket. Collison kicks to Griffin. Clock at 4. Trying his luck deep. Here's Jordan. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
So the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Carl defended by Anderson. And so he ends a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
2 shots.
He drops the first one. That increases their lead to 6. The Suns making a switch here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Collison. The shot misses. And Phoenix will come the other way. Outside, Felton. He feeds it to Henry. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Felton goes in. From 11 feet away. That's good.
They got the lead despite pretty cold shooting from the field in the first half, and now they're beginning to find their groove.
Well, this is a team capable of getting hot, and if they do, they're going to really extend this lead. Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Shooting for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. So neither attempt will fall that time frame.
Now, slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Carl, he's covered by Collison. Here's Carl. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
First personal at the line for the Suns. Carl taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will push the lead to double digits. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. So he gets them both. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 11. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He said, listen, we've come this far. Now we've got to lay it on the line to get a win. I know we can do it. So show them what you got and let's make it happen. Guys, we'll see if they can do it.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and that's Evans penetrating, and it's blocked by Dragic. Pass to Arnold. All alone. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
At the line for 2.
Come on, you can hit this.
He hits the first, and that brings them to within 10. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Evans against Dragic. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle